Mnangagwa, we saw less of his wife actually crisscrossing the country. But second term, we are seeing a lot of traveling, foreign trips, and also building of facilities for here non-governmental organization, not for the people of Zimbabwe. This is for her. It's for the benefit of Mnangagwa family. Now the question is, which budget is she using? Because according to the constitution of Zimbabwe, she's just a first lady. That is her own position. There is absolutely no budget for that. But we are seeing her taking foreign trips, in which some of the foreign trips are cancelled because Zimbabweans in diaspora, they are actually fighting against the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa and the dynasty that is being created by Mnangagwa family. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Apologies about that. So, the First Lady of Zimbabwe, of course, a controversial doctor, Auxilia Mnangagwa, she just got a doctorate in a manner. Grace Mugabe also got her doctorate. So, she officially opened the Angel of Hope Drug Rehabilitation Center at Stoddard Arena in Mbare. So there is a drug rehabilitation center that has been opened by the wife of Emerson Mnangagwa. Of course, this information is limited because it is said by ZANU-PF trolls. And then they say the facility can accommodate up to 200 patients, offers a secure and support. Anyway, let me not talk about that. But now the question is, we know that this drug facility that was opened in Mbare, being opened by the wife of Emerson Mnangagwa, it is not her funds that built this facility. This facility is built through taxpayers' money. And also this information is limited that she just opened this facility. This facility would be owned by a non-governmental organization, which is called the Angel. And if you look who attended that particular event, it was the Mnangagwa faction members, your Harare Minister of State, and all those people who are busy talking about Emerson Mnangagwa staying in power up to 2030. And what she is doing, by the way, she is trying to complement the efforts of her husband to stay in power, to prolong his stay in power up to, and to give an impression to the people of Zimbabwe that their government is doing something. But if a close look is to be actually done on the monies that goes into her projects, as well as because she's traveling a lot, this woman. She's traveled, she's taking foreign trips, she's always with people, donating, squandering a lot of resources. And it is public knowledge and common cause that these resources are not coming from Mnangagwa. These resources are taxpayers' money. I think investigations should be done on how much this woman spent whilst Emerson Mnangagwa was in office. And also, it should be investigated on whether she was supposed to do so, of which I strongly believe the Constitution prohibits the first. The reason why Robert Gabriel Mugabe was removed, what actually angered a lot of ZANU-PF members, was Robert Gabriel allowing his wife to actually address political meetings of ZANU-PF, because the wife of a president, the only title is the first lady, and nothing more than that. Now going around spending monies, building, of which if you look at the cost of building this center, how much was spent there. And also, this may be a scheme to clean money. The Angel of Hope Foundation of this lady may be a scheme to clean taxpayers' money by the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa regime. And if it, I think it should be investigated if we get a serious government post the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa regime on how much was actually looted. You can tell this is a looting spree. It's part of a grand looting spree that is done by the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa family to amass wealth. And they will be appearing to be helping the people of Zimbabwe to be acting in the best interest of the people of Zimbabwe. But the truth of the matter is that this woman is actually defrauding the state. She is actually stealing from the state. She is, in fact, not supposed to be doing this. The drug rehabilitation centers are supposed to be done by the Ministry of Health, I think, in Zimbabwe. Yes, it's supposed to be done by the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Welfare and so forth. These are the line ministries that are supposed to be doing this job. And by so doing, she is actually undermining certain executive members' duties to be carried out to do this job. I strongly believe this rehabilitation center. And also, ironically, these are the same people. You see, drugs cannot be sold in Zimbabwe without the involvement of the government of the day. You see, these drugs that are consumed by our children, and they are destroying a lot of children, by the way, they are affecting our families, are also affected. Even in Bulawayo, I learned it hard that the drug is actually destroying a lot of the youths, particularly in Bulawayo as well as Matebeleland. And I think more of education should be done to the youths, not to take drugs. We understand that the economic situation in Zimbabwe created by ZANU-PF is unbearable. And now to help to try and actually, in their mind, they are saying they are helping the youths. They give them drugs. These drugs, they can be allocated from ZANU-PF officials. Drugs cannot be sold in a country without the involvement of the officials of ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe. I can actually tell you. And the government is so reluctant. We've been told that Zimbabwe Republic Police is the best in terms of tracking the criminals and make sure that they are brought into books. Why are they not cracking this drug cartel in Zimbabwe that is feeding our children drugs? Children are dying. Children, psychologically, they are affected because of these drugs that have been thrown on our streets. We used to hear that drugs were sold in countries like South Africa, but they are hitting hard Zimbabwe at the moment. Because and this cannot just be private individuals doing this. These are ZANU-PF people. Well, I was talking about this lady because I talked about this because I'm linking it with this rehabilitation center that is being built in Harare. These are the jobs that should be done either by local authority, by Ministry of Health and other line ministries, not the First Lady. Something is up, and this lady should be investigated in terms of how much she took from the coffers of the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our, in fact, it's the subscribe plus button, and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also, good news, we are now available on X as Hlonipani Global News. We are also equally available on Facebook as Hlonipani Global News. Let's support those pages. Explosive content is coming very soon, and you will see a lot of improvement. By the way, there are a lot of gadgets that we have bought, and very soon we are going to be putting them into test. Within the next 3 months, this channel will be explosive. Okay.